Hello, Mr. Spicy Koala. Is that you?
That is me.
Hell yeah. Let me turn on my screen share. Let me know when you can see it.
I
See my
can see
screen.
it.
Hey, nice, 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 nice. So, Spicy Koala, are you do you just like koalas or?
I don't know. I just long time ago on my desktop there was a like a koala image on Windows as like default image, and I was looking for a new name, and I was like, Spicy Koala. Yeah.
Oh, this is pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. Imagine getting killed by Spicy Koala, dude. They're fucking molding, right?
Yeah, right, right.
They're like, what the heck? Spicy Koala is too good. Okay, anyways, dude, Conquer the move? Seems to be doing really well.
It's all right. I'm not sure what's actually best, like absolute best, but I don't know. It's not. I would say it's not bad for sure. Um,
Nice, 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 nice. And in regards with today's coaching, what do you have any goals, or is it just like general? Let's just get good.
I'd say general, and then if we do more and stuff like, I'll focus up a bit. But yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And which of these you want to start with? Which of these
Uh,
maps?
Probably. I'm trying to remember these. I've played a lot. I think the Kaiser Senna is pretty alright. I'm not sure if one of them was like kind of short, meaning like they kind of like got out of hand later, but like it's still like the laning phase in general is something to pay attention to, I would say.
Okay,
Uh,
laning phase. Ooh, this is a spicy one. I mean, holy, Senna's OP. You just have her 1v2 the lane, easy clap, right?
she's I think people are still getting used to her.
Yeah,
Like
that's why
what does she do again?
this champ's actually disgusting. I actually didn't understand how she kept getting trades off me, and then I realized that, oh yeah, since her abilities are just a wall of text, she gets movement speed every time she auto attacks, right? So it's like, the fuck? Like if she auto attacks a champion, it steals their movement speed or some shit. So I'm like, oh, that's how she's landing Q every time. Yeah, it's kind of disgusting.
Her kit does
Um,
feel a little overloaded, and then you have Aphelios coming out, so it's like, okay, this is the new thing,
oh
I
yeah,
guess.
this is yeah, this is I guess this is it, boys. Yeah, what do you think so far about this lane? Actually,
Uh, let's I feel like I probably shouldn't have taken that Q. I should have avoided that. Like that, yeah, that was just poke that was unnecessary. I feel like that's a story of my life. I feel like is a lot of
right here,
times.
right? This
Yeah,
part.
I see he has sports try. I definitely pay attention that he has it. Yet I'm too close. Basically, I think maybe I saw him maybe going for Senna, and so I was trying to like counter trade or whatever.
Right, right, or
But
like trying to
then
host center trade or something, right?
yeah,
So this is definitely an idea where a lot of people might have problems with, where it's usually they're trying to do something so they get hit by something. Usually speaking, like
right,
something's good for the opponent. Like I mean, here's like a classic. Like let me pull up the pen. Let's say Morgana binds the ADC, right?
right,
Say Morgana binds the ADC. I'm like, oh, okay, let's go focus in. You get hooked by Blitzcrank or something, right? Because of
right.
course they're just gonna immediately aim you, right? That's a common, like, nothing too crazy is happening, but in terms of what we're thinking, something crazy is happening, right?
Right.
Like we're
Yep.
trying to do something, and at the same time they're trying to hit us for it while we're trying to do it, right? So that
Makes
might
sense.
be a theme we see in laning phase, where you might be trying to do something, and then they hit you with they're trying to throw some shit at you. Like let's say for example, as a classic, you want to hit Jin because he wants a minion, and then get
Yep.
hit by a binding, or you want to last hit a minion, and they trade with you, right? Those are all
Right.
classics. Or another one where you want a minion to get ganked, right?
Right.
So these are definitely some common things in a laning phase that could happen. So far it's like, oh, you wanted to like help center or something, so you hit by a fourth shot, which probably wasn't good. Okay, like the first Q bounce, sometimes maybe you weren't paying attention. I'm not really worried about that unless that happens a lot. I'm more worried about he had a fourth shot ready, and you're like you're trying to trade with him, right?
Right.
This is just dead here. That was really good. Oh my God, Morgana shield. Okay, that was really nice. You fired a W in his face when you tried to walk up. That was really good. 10 out of 10. That was really good mechanics. Okay, sure. Fast forward. Good, 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 good. Are we afraid of their jungler?
I don't see it.
Let's back it up. Let's
So
back it up. Let's back it up.
actually,
We can talk
who's the
about this a
jungle
little
in
bit.
this game?
It's 5:30. It's Zach, right? Okay, yeah, Zach.
Okay. Yeah.
So probably not here yet, but maybe, right?
Right.
We can talk about this. What are you trying to do at
Pretty
the
dangerous.
tower?
Nothing really. I mean, get hit probably, but
Right. So what are some options after we push?
I could go ward somewhere. Could yeah, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it looks like Scuttle's up, so I could go see if the jungler's on that. Maybe like Sen and I could roam up.
Mhm.
Definitely could use this time to get a ward anywhere really.
Right, right. So there are options out to not interact with them, right? To go war, go check scuttle, and then what about the tower
I could be trying to get plates.
plates?
Uh, Jin's pretty out in the open, so I could definitely hit him with the W here if I were so inclined.
Okay,
Uh,
poke, right? Plates and trading or poking or catching or whatever doing, trying to hit them with the tower, right?
yep.
So it usually boils down to like you're either trying to hit the tower plates, you're trying to hit them, or a mix of that, or you do something else, right?
Right.
So if you are, so this is one of those things to help you like people are like, how do I win harder? And then you see them like AFK under their tower, they're like don't know what to do because they can't get anything done. It's too hard, right?
Gotcha.
Then this is one of those things where you could in fact be looking to get something done, right? Because like
Mhm.
notice how it's like you're like, oh, I'm trying to do something, but I'm not sure what I can do. You really can't do anything, right? Unless you're
Right.
willing to walk up, auto attack, dodge Jin, W, dodge Morgana Q, like a madman. There's nothing to do here, right? So even hiding in a bush would be better, so that they don't know what you're doing, right? So it's some things to consider when you are you're winning and you're pushing in, and then you're like, okay, what do we do after we push, right?
Gotcha.
Because you can get to the point where you should know before you push the wave in every time, right? So I'm not sure if
Right.
that's something you want to work on in terms of win lane harder, but it is a habit you could insert. Is every time you push, you say, "What am I trying to do next?" Right?
Yeah, I would definitely say that that's something I aim to try to do is like how to win lane harder or just like, basically the two
Okay,
things
yeah.
I'm trying to focus on win lane harder. So basically make sure I'm winning more often than not if I can do that. And then two, the other symptom is taking a lead because I will get a lead pretty decently often and using that most effectively, right? So
Right,
like,
right, right.
like yeah, so that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So perfect. Let's look at this stuff then, right? Okay, so as you're pushing, you'll say like, I guess, do you think this is a good time to insert a new habit? Our new habit would be, what am I trying to do after I push, right?
Gotcha. Yep. Yep.
So when's a good time for that? What do you think?
I'd say, well, like if I could just push the wave as fast as possible, I could go do something every time.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
questions kind of arise around like lane control. So like things I'm trying to like kind of learn a little bit better is
Mhm,
how to actually manipulate the wave more effectively.
mhm.
And so because like I feel like right now my one thing I can do is like an auto push, right? I think
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
right,
classic.
right. And
Just
so
shove
like
it in.
I'm getting a little better about freezing the lane. So like when I'm actually like kind of grossly ahead, like and I don't feel like I can roam for certain reasons, I'll just try to freeze the lane and actually deny them because if I'm just shoving them under tower, I'm kind of just giving them free ability to CS.
Mhm.
And so uh, things like that. But basically, yeah, like in these cases of auto shoving, I'm not sure what to do with it, I guess.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Usually when we push, this is usually one of those options, right? We go roam, get something done, put a ward down, hide in a bush, base, hit the tower. Those are like your main options, right? So you just get to pick one of those and then rinse and repeat, baby, right? Because let's say, for
Gotcha.
example, you can't hit the tower because you're afraid of the gank. So the first time you push, you go ward. The second time you push, then you hit the tower, right? Something
Mhm.
along those lines, right? Or you can like push and set up the TP ward and then freeze, right? There's some like even like quote unquote combos I guess you can do in terms of what you do, but usually it revolves around pushing first, right? So you can set up some spicy stuff. Um,
Gotcha.
but yeah, warding is a good classic, a good default, right? Usually it's ward first and then push and do a thing as
Got
your
it.
word is there, right? So here it's like, oh, we could have worded, right? In terms
Right.
of freezing, it's like if you don't have a reason to push, we don't push. That's basically it, right? You
Okay.
need a reason to push. So you're like, oh, I'm pushing to make sure they can't go dragon first. For example, could be a reason, right?
Okay.
Or I'm pushing because you want to deny them CS under tower, you want to hit the plates, you want to harass them, you want to go ward, anything along those lines, right? But then if you say that way, you can say, as you're doing this, let's say we have our habit now of I want to push so I can go ward, right? So you're like, I want to push so I can go ward, and the jungle comes out, and then you guys die. Now you know that, oh, I wanted to push to go ward, but I got ganked. So maybe I need to make sure I can't get ganked and then push to go ward, right? Something like
Right.
that, right? Or you're like, you push to go ward, you got roamed out by mid, and you're like, okay, before we push to go ward, we need to make sure we check mid priority, see if mid laner is coming, right? So that's kind of like the I guess lane thought process really quick in a nutshell, where you're figuring out if you should be pushing or not, and then why are you pushing is the first thing, and then can you push, right? So
Right.
Right now, it's just like, when do we think of, what do I want off the push, right? Because of course you are getting the push. So, oh wait, how do we lose so much health? Nani?
Definitely a W follow up, but let's see why. Oh, I walked into that, and then I got.
Oh my! Took a million damage. Feels bad. Wow, actually, it's a lot more damage than I thought. They didn't even hit you with anything. It's just the W. Oh no. Okay, their jungle's probably here, so you don't want to do that, right? Oh, jungle's mid. Nice. Let's go. Sure. Good. Here's the jungler. We actually died here, right? We should have died here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, back it up. What do you think?
Let's see. There for me at least. Well, warding would have helped there. So I mean that would have been the idea. But like
Yeah.
nothing about this gank though, because like sometimes when you see like somebody running towards you a little bit like aggressively or past the minion wave, like it's like, oh yeah, something's really up here, and like they're just being weird. Nothing seemed weird out of place there to me. So I think the only thing that would have saved it for me, at least in my vision, would have been a ward. But
So
I'm
they
not
didn't
sure.
have any tells, right?
I didn't see any. I'm not saying they didn't have any. I didn't see any though.
Do you see any tells on the map right now? Because I can
It's
see,
dark,
I can see a
and I
tell.
don't see the jungler.
Okay, true. Who is your jungler?
Top.
So what does that mean?
Oh, that means that. Well, I guess it depends. I guess I don't know, because like I would see this as like, I don't know, maybe the jungler's gonna go up to kind of go there, but then I guess why would he? Because that'll be 1v2.
Can
And
they
I don't know.
see? Can they see your jungler? I think they can see your jungler, right? I
Yeah,
don't know
they
what
can.
Fiddlesticks is doing. He's just like
I
like,
see.
trolling
I
us
see what you're
something.
saying. You're saying the other way around. Like they can see the jungler. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So it's not just one jungler in the game. This is what a lot of people. Well, the first thing people learn is that, okay, enemy jungler exists. Then the second thing they need to learn is that your jungler exists, right?
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
the easy check is, where's their jungler or where's my jungler, and you see that no matter what happens, if you fight bot, it's fucking doomed, right? Unless you can 2v3. Now, actually, no matter what happens, right? Whatever you do, bot has to be so good you win 2v3. Because, let's say, for example, you're like, let's say you don't know this concept that, enemy jungler is here and you're not supposed to fight. And you guys fight, and you do really well. And they have like 10 HP, and you guys are at 50% HP, right? You know what happens
Right.
next?
The jungler comes in.
And jungler comes in and just dives, right? And you guys just
Right.
do it. You just do. Or this is a spicy one. Jungler goes, pushes mid, and then they 4-man you and you lose 2 waves, or you just die on the tower, right? Either one, right? So that's why, no matter what, you can't do anything too crazy bot, right? So
Gotcha.
that includes like trying to farm even, right? Sometimes that means you just can't farm. Like here, for example, you're like, oh, where's Zach? You have to pretend he's like behind you, right? So
Right.
if you walk up for the CS, can you win 2v3? And then the answer is no, because Zach passive is, you're not going to be able to kill him. So I don't even think you have Ignite, right? So there's no way to kill him. So the only reason why this is 2v3 good is because they started running down into the tower, right?
Right.
So that's good response by you for sure. But like in another game, we're very sad, right? Because we're losing
Right.
Flash for no reason.
And I think one thing that I've kind of like learned a little bit over time is like where I use flash was kind of dumb, because it's like I got hit by Jin's W, and it's like if I feel like I'm gonna have to burn flash, I should just flash that, right? Because I don't take the follow up damage, and I would have been better off, right?
Right,
feel
but here's
like
the thing: you never know unless you have it set up in your head beforehand, right?
Gotcha.
Because people are always like, "Oh, if I was gonna get hit by this anyways, I should have flashed." But you didn't even know Zach was coming, right?
No, not Zach. Zach I couldn't have flashed,
the-
but that I
You
could have
can't flash
flashed.
this either, right?
Oh,
Let's
wait, no,
see.
really?
Yeah,
I
check
thought-
it out. Like fucking airborne.
I guess that's true. Okay, so
Boom!
okay,
Rooted.
got it.
There's no way.
I was stuck.
Right? There's no way,
Fair.
right? So yeah, there's no way, right? So, but yeah, things where it's like, oh, you need to register in a fourth of a second, and then you have to decide whether to flash or not. That's never very consistent unless you're like Faker or something. I don't know. You
Gotcha.
can set like default habits for your flash, but I think every situation is so different that well, not so different, but it's like every situation is not the same when you get surprise attacked, right?
Got it.
Sometimes it's super doomed, and sometimes it's not super doomed, right? So
Yep.
I think there we're seeing like some kind of map awareness ideas where what the fuck? What the fuck is this chat?
Yeah,
Why are you going AD preseason? Seems good. But yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna.
our fifth was going AD. That's what was happening.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're seeing some ideas of map awareness, right? Where we're just getting dunzoed here by this guy ganking, right? So
Right.
what do you think? How do we fix this?
Ward still still dark. Could have definitely, as I came to lane, put a ward in the bush over.
Well, how do you even know you need to ward?
Well, because it's dark, I guess.
Yeah, because
And,
he
and he
could
keeps coming.
gank. You see how it
Yeah,
like came behind you this time, right?
right. Yep.
So it's like a lot of people are like, oh, just ward forehead, so you ward this, and then he ganks from behind, or right? So okay, when's the time to think about the gank? I guess is the question.
Well, I mean, I guess at this point, anytime I'm kind of past the range where he can get behind me, so anytime I'm stepping out into danger,
So right here.
I'd say, yeah, right there is probably too far.
Well, how do you know it's danger?
Well, because I don't know where he's at, I guess.
So basically the part I'm trying to lead at is when we try to make a habit in game, we're trying to insert our new habit into something you're already doing, so that your current actions will just like, let's say a habit is like this is like your current habits right now, the sum of your habits, right? And then we're trying to add a building block on top of one of them, so it gets deeper and deeper and deeper to the point where it's like, oh, instantly, what's going on in the map. Like I don't know. For example, I saw that your Fiddle's top and Zag's missing. I'm like, oh, you're getting ganked, right? Like instantly, right? And how where was the insert there? Oh, you're like last hitting a minion. So like,
so I could look.
Me,
I could look at this and say that like top is pushed in, and so is mid, and mid's actually backed already. So the kind of prime place to gank was probably going to be bot, because bot is pushing out right now.
Right, and then that okay, that's like a look at the map habit, right? And then it's still a question of when do we do it. So like what we're looking for is what I call a trigger, right? The thing that happens in game for you to insert your new habit, right?
Gotcha. I should look at the map anytime there's nothing to do. Like I'm just running here, right?
That could be a trigger. I think that could be. I think that might be a weak trigger sometimes, though, right?
Okay.
When saying nothing to do, like that is true. Where some people think that, so then they have like a new habit in there. But I think eventually there'll always be something to do. So
gotcha.
One thing you could be like is after you clear the minions, it feels like there's nothing to do. So you can say, okay, check the map to see if I'm getting ganked, right?
Gotcha.
Like after you clear these minions in the tower, that's a good time to check, right?
Got it.
You can say nothing to do though. Whatever is most strongest for you personally, I think is most important.
And the idea being though, there's nothing at this very moment I can be doing other than walking up blindly. That's the thing I could have done, but
Yeah. So as you would say like we're basically trying to be like a robot. It's like every time you think there's nothing to do, insert this habit, which is like look at the map, look for jungle, look for mid prowl, something like that, right? So you're like, okay, nothing to do since you just killed all the minions. Where's Zach? Oh, we're dead. Because this, and this, right?
Right.
Shit, man. He can even come from here or the alcove, right? There's so many fucking spots. It's like, oh, how do we play the game? Oh, spoilers, you can't, right? So, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, check all the bushes and start warding, right? But I probably just have to just stand there and watch the XP go away, right? So yeah, we're just dying here. We're legit just dying here, right? So, or you need to call your jungler or something. But a lot of this is the product of the first gank, right?
Yes.
Feels bad. Same thing with the first gank, right? Same idea, you could say. So let's say we're at 12 minutes here. Where did we die in the first gank? Oh, we didn't even die. Here. This one, right?
Yep.
So we said the trigger is when there's nothing to do. Let's watch. So would it insert here? Like, would it happen here? Because it looks like you're like walking up here. So since maybe it's like, you could say as a new wave is coming in, something like that, as you clear the last wave. I don't know, whatever works for you, right? But it's the exact same thing, right?
Right. Yep.
Ended up being the exact same thing. So exact same area, I guess. So here is, I guess another wave is coming in. So feels bad. Okay, let's fast forward. Back to where we were. Okay. Mid laner solo killed or something. Looks good. Maybe I had help from jungle. Who knows? Fast forward. Okay, yeah, flash now. Sick outplays if Zach shows up, right? Maybe. Here's the Zach. Wow, this is fun. Jungler's always in your lane. Okay, sure. Alright, Zach's going mid, right? So now we know it's 2v2. Oh! Okay, yeah, Zach is definitely mid. They're roaming! No! And then your team lost 2v2. Feels bad. Sure. Nice punish. Good trade, good trade. I think the 2v2 seems pretty good, right?
We'll wait till later games, but yeah.
Ah, okay. I see. So far, 2v2 seems fun to me. It seems like
Yep.
you're just struggling with the Zac ganks and then you just straight up die, right? Okay. You know, that's not bad. Is there a W here? I was thinking maybe you're looking for something more, but that's fine.
I
Sure.
considered it, but like I'll tell you right now, if we'll watch like a lot of my games over time, you're gonna see a thing where I run into tower and die for no reason. So I'm learning that you got away. All right.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine if you don't get it. He had like flash though, I'm pretty sure, right? So no need to do anything crazy. Okay, nice. Good. Nice follow up. And Kali's who's showing up? Kali's just walking here to die. Okay, yeah, he's not doing anything. All right, fast forward. Good. We pushed. We went home. Everything is good. Seems like as long as we're not getting ganked, we're happy, right?
Right.
Okay. If you ulti and then flash the binding, you can do some crazy shit here, right? Oh, no,
That would be
okay. That's fine. Sure. Zach could be here, right? Okay, I want to see some action. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, he did Rift Herald, so you know it's 2v2, right? That's what you guys are fighting now. Sure. Oh, we took a lot of damage there. Uh-oh. Okay. Feels bad. What do you think? What do you think about this?
Let's see. Where did that go wrong? I mean, obviously getting hit by those things was wrong, but I'm trying to figure out why. What happened?
I mean, I know why.
Let's see. Well, okay. Well, he has force shot, and I ran into him and took a Q because I see it bouncing, and
So remember the first thing we talked about in laning phase? What was it?
Oh, I mean, I guess being respectful of his damage, or like his force shot rather.
Oh yeah, and no, and when does that happen? When you're busy trying to do a thing, right?
I see what you're saying. I'm focused on a thing, and tunnel vision basically. I'm focused on a thing, and then something happens to me.
Check it out. All right, so you see him killing this cannon, right?
Yep.
What happens when that cannon dies?
If my cannon dies or his cannon dies?
Oh, your cannon dies, right? What is he gonna do to you? Do you not see this against Jin? Every single Jin player does this.
I'm not sure actually. He's gonna Q, I guess.
Look at this. What is he gonna kill? Look at this minion, right?
Oh, I see.
He's gonna kill the minion, right? So it's like, oh, we need to run away from these range minions. But you see how like, what are you doing? Oh shit, you're like, you have no idea, right? You're like walking up and you're like inside the minions here, right? So of course he gets the Q bounce. So that's what we're looking for. And what were you looking for? Oh, are you trying to isolate Q him with Storm Razor or something like that, right? You're trying to hit him.
Right. Yep.
So that's the thing is while you're trying to do your thing, are you paying attention to what they're doing? And we're platinum 4 right now, right? So you get to a point where this is why people say play one champion only, and I think you're doing a really good job with that, right? You're at the point where you looking for this isolated Q auto attack or just this trade should be brainless. You don't even have to think about it, right? So now you can direct your energies to thinking about how are they going to stop you, right? You can do your attack and also defend at the same time if you require 0 effort to attack, right? Let's say everyone has like 100 concentration, right? So if this is a new champion like Aphelios, all that concentration is figuring out what his goddamn abilities do, right?
Right.
Well, let's say you're playing Annie and it's super brilliant, so I'm just gonna press R. Then all you have to think about is, okay, I have to dodge Morgana binding or the Black Shield or watch out for his flash, right? So you see how that works? Where right now there's a lot of thinking going on how can I attack, right? But for you, I'm pretty sure you don't need any help with that anymore, right?
I think looking at this too, here's what I saw. I saw Morg miss a binding, and him miss a W, and I'm like, it's go time, and that was incorrect.
Oh no, it is go time, right? It's more like it's go time, but how do we not int during go time, right?
I guess that's
right. So it's like, oh, he missed binding, or he didn't even miss binding, did he? Let me see.
I thought maybe it didn't actually.
Watch this.
Maybe it's just the W.
Honestly, you have flash for binding, so you still go time, right?
I guess that's true.
You still want to trade / all in, right? So it's like, oh, you can
Yep.
you can just go for the Jin here, but yeah, you guys are like trying to trade, and then you got hit by 1,000,000 damage because we weren't paying attention to his stuff. So it's like when you fight, it could be like pay attention to what they're trying to do, right?
Gotcha. Yep.
Instead of paying attention to what you're trying to do. So that might be something we're seeing here. If it happens again in like team fights or laning phase, it's probably a habit we could come up with, right? So like this is a classic. Oh boy, we're Dunzo here by the way. I'm pretty sure there's no way to win this. Oh, we have to flash. No. I mean, we can talk about this. What do you think?
I mean, that was a bad way to go. I mean, they're clearly pushing up right now. I'm not gonna make it around that corner, so I should just walk the long way.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it around the corner. I'm not worried about this unless you do this every time. So let's just fast forward past that part. Okay, now there's a fight here. 5v5, easy 5v5. Sure, sure. Very nice. We ended up killing the Aurelia. I was gonna say the W might be Monka S if you don't kill Aurelia, but you know you did fine. I think they're just dying here. This Jin pulled out of position. Nice. We just kill everyone. Nice. Good. And you didn't even have the ulti. Good. That's pretty straightforward, right? We just right click everyone.
Yep.
Nothing too crazy. Good. Okay, hold up. Let's watch this. All right, so we're gonna play like Zach's not here because you think this is super fast play, right? Oh, hold up. Zach's here. Oh, this is the classic, right? That's so funny how I was like, oh, maybe Zach's not here now. They're literally always here, okay? He even missed his E, right? Holy shit, he didn't even do it. He just bounced on you. He didn't even Q or anything, yo. What the fuck? And we still. Oh no, it's a disaster. Yeah. So okay, what do you think? What's the problem here?
He's there. Just assume. If I don't see him with my eyes, he's there.
Look at this. Look how fast your play is here, and he's still here, right? So yeah, it's like, I mean, if you want to like risk the game off this, go for it. But I'm pretty sure you always lose. Like this Jin didn't even flash, right?
Right. Yep.
Jin didn't even flash. You know, Morgana's shield he didn't even shield the Jin. You know that shield will block your passive, right? So there's, of course, there's no real way for you to get this guy, right?
Yeah, I would say like it's one of those things like you can like I look back on this and I think you're right in the sense of like I should have just not taken that, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll look back on that though is like if I'm going to go in on something like that, right? I'm gonna fully commit. I should have gone further behind, right? You know what I mean? Because like I basically went on the safe side of him.
Well, yeah, you're trying to kill him and get out, right?
But, yeah. So like I should have fully committed there because I would have killed him at least. But yeah, it was. I mean,
honestly, you're still not killing him though, right?
You don't think so?
I mean, he just flashes.
I guess if he has flash, if he has flash,
he just flashes away.
That's true. I have this feeling he didn't have it though, because I usually am somewhat cognizant of like doing something like that when they have flash up, but I won't make any promises.
Yeah. That's why it's always like, you know, you have to know their timers, otherwise it's they're just gonna use flash or something, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess we're doomed.
Right. Hashtag outplayed. So,
yeah. So before you go in, what do you think?
Before I should just see where is everybody.
Yeah.
So... If I feel confident, you know, killing him and Morgana for a reason, like, okay, that's fine. If they're the only two there and I saw, like, say, Zach bot with Aurelia there, like, okay, good to go. Like,
yeah. Well, otherwise, the jungler's always here, right?
Right, yep.
So
assume that anybody you don't see is in your lane, basically.
Yeah, they're on the way. They're literally on the way, right? Yeah. So, yeah, before you go in. And it's interesting because since you play Kai'Sa, that is going to be the case where you can have the option of going in, unlike other ADCs, right?
Right.
They're all coming, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
We're just
definitely.
Oh, you have ulti. Let's go. Auto attack cancel ulti. Oh no, you got your baited. That's depressing. It's okay. You still kill him because Fiddlesticks fear the shit out of him. Nice. Okay, good. Let's just run it down because it's 4v3, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind. I guess
I
wanted to keep fighting. That's fine. I mean, face checking is probably not the move, but hopefully someone on your team face checks. Okay, Aurelia's trying to die. Nice. I'm pretty sure he's just Dunzo here. Good. Okay, Kiana, you. Oh, she didn't have the. She had the other one. Okay, I thought she had the stun one. That's fine. Just get the dragon. Sure. Inferno. You're in a bad spot here. You need to run. You need to run. Oh my god, you guys are quick. You guys are in the fight. Yo, you guys are crazy. Okay. Let's get out of here. Nice. We escaped. Okay. I just want to see a lot of PvP stuff. Okay. Here we go. So far, it seems like the majority of problems are just straight up map awareness stuff, right?
Right, yeah.
Like literally lane and out of lane actually so far. Like this is kind of interesting too. Check it out. Did you notice Zach is on top of you here? I don't think you noticed. I don't think you noticed here. He's literally on you. So this is this something? Have we seen something similar to this? You want to help kill this guy, and something's going on top of you.
Right. I'm looking at what I want to do, not what everyone else wants to do to me. So.
Yeah, exactly. I promise you, you walking up to hit rally and pressing Q and auto attack, actually brainless now. It's just we get excited because I want to kill this guy, right? That's what we
Right.
think. That's like like let's say earlier is full HP, we're less excited. We just walk over, right?
Right.
So we're less. I guess you could say tunnel vision, right? It's when you really want something like a killer or an opportunity. You see an opportunity is when you get blinded to their attack, right? They're
Gotcha.
gonna hit you, right? So that's definitely an idea we might be seeing is when you are looking to PvP, right? And you already know what your champion's gonna do. Make sure you're paying attention to what they're gonna do, right? Instead of what you're gonna do. We're actually down here by the way, since it's just like 2v5, so we need to get out. Yeah. You had the right idea of you needed a run. So I mean, we can talk about this, but what do you think?
Um. Well, let's see. It's a 2v5 at best, or so. Or yeah, it was maybe a 3v5 at best, I guess. So that's already going wrong. Should have cut the loss there.
You're not realistically doing anything here, right?
Right.
Yeah, you definitely don't have the items for this, so we just need a run. So yeah, I don't know. You're like sticking around trying to kill Zach.
Yeah, I made like a bunch of mistakes. Like, because if you like scroll back for just a second, like you'll see when I think it was Fizz. Oh no, it was Kiana. When she was running up, I thought she was gonna run up, and so like I was like just trying to maybe guide her out. I guess maybe get
guide
a kill
her
up on her.
out.
Yeah, I know, right?
You ever play against an Akali, dude? This shit's cancer. Yo, guide her out. You're getting guided out. There's no way, right? There's absolutely no way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this. You leave that Kiana to die. I don't see how you're supposed to help her. 3v5, right? So I don't see how you're supposed to help this Kiana get out. If anything, she's getting out by herself. So.
Right.
Oh no, and then we just die here. I mean, what do you think?
Just paying attention.
Yeah,
that was a full range bind. Like that should anybody can dodge that. So like just I'm curious if I was looking at something because the way I was running too.
This is what you're looking at. You're trying to hit them, and then once you realize you couldn't hit them, you're standing here, so you try to go right. Right?
Okay.
That's why first person perspective is really important, because check it out. And then you're like, oh, okay, you can't hit them, and now we're going right. And then this whole time, I want you to watch Morgana this whole time. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Yeah, I want you to watch Morgana. Oh, never mind, back it up. I want you to watch Morgana and Jin. Those are the guys catching you, right?
Right.
It's just like nothing too crazy, right? It's the same thing.
Yep.
It's just gonna be the same thing every time, where they're just throwing it directly at you, and if you're preoccupied thinking about something else, it's highly likely to hit you if you're not paying attention, right? So I think that's if there's a PvP thing you can work on, I think this is like a really effective thing to work on.
That makes sense.
Paying attention to how they will kill you. You want to see an example?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a classic example here. We shouldn't need too many examples. I think you know what this looks like, but let me just use this one. Here we go. Let me mute this real quick. Okay. Sure. Okay, what do you think? What happened there? How is that relevant? Or is it relevant?
I'm not. Let's see. Well, I mean, like one thing I see is like we don't know where the enemy jungler is. So like we're pretty. I feel like we're pretty pushed up for that.
Well, it's level 2, so.
Okay.
We would assume that they leash bot. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Well, Kaiso was going for a minion, and paid everything for that.
Well, what's the idea here? Just pay attention to my character, and pretend like you're playing.
I'm not sure.
So what were we looking for here, right? Oh,
well, like we're looking for Lux to land a binding.
Yeah.
Caitlyn, right? Yeah.
And then on the binding, or just trap,
you should
right?
Trap it immediately. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
And then that was like what you're doing so far in laning phase, right? We're looking for our attack.
Right.
So, what about the Rakan? What is he trying to do?
Trying to knock you up, or basically get you off the ADC.
Right. So how do we beat that?
Oh, you flashed.
Yeah, easy flash, right? So that's the idea we're looking for here.
I see what you're saying.
Is
Got it.
do you know he's going to W? Because I knew, like, before lane even started, I'm like, I'm just gonna Q flash, right? The instant we land the binding, I'm gonna int for it and then Q flash, no problem, right?
Gotcha.
So
Yep.
that's like, it's like prepared essentially. Like we already know what the support's gonna do every time.
Because the
Right.
only thing that could stop me from killing this Kaisa in this moment is if Rakan knocks me up and she gets away.
Exactly, exactly. Remember the whole like, I was like, oh, you can like ulti and then flash a Morgana binding, and you're like laughing because it's like one face, but like that's that's a viable tactic, right? You're gonna ulti in, and then what are they gonna do? Oh, support's gonna respond with the most obvious move, right?
Right.
So
Right.
that's kind of something where we could look at is, since your attack, once you get so ingrained with your champion that you don't have to worry about what your champion does, then you can focus on what the enemy champion does, right?
Gotcha.
What are they going to do? So you could say every time one strong trigger is every time they show up on the screen, what's their most important move? Can you predict what they're gonna do? Right.
That makes sense.
So and honestly, off-screen champions are really important too. Like the Zac of course, right? Anytime
Right.
fights break out, what are the off-screen champions gonna do? He's gonna jump in. So here's like, oh, I see a binding and a Aurelia E, right? And maybe a Zac E, right? And then it's like, oh, I guess they all die here, so there's no point. All right, no problem. But you see how there's I'll see all these Aurelia abilities coming out, and then a Kali comes out of nowhere, right?
Right.
But the whole time, what are we looking at?
Morgana.
Well, we're trying to kill
Oh,
Aurelia,
I
right?
guess that's true. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
I was looking at that.
Oh yeah, it is Morgana. It is Morgana,
Yeah,
and then she's
yeah.
gone, and then you're like ulti to kill everyone else, right? So
Right.
it's the same concept, right? You're like, this is so free, and then you got ulted in the face.
Right.
And how did Aurelia fuck this up? What do you think? I don't know if you see it, but she hard griefed this.
She made a mistake. You're saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's this?
That's the stun.
Are you dead here?
I should be, I guess.
Yeah, hella dead here, right? She put out a stun, and then you ulti in. She could easily throw it at you, but she wasn't paying attention to you either, right? So
Right.
I guess we got lucky, but of course we just died to a Kali who's right there, right? And also, just because Morgana left doesn't mean she's not here, right? Morgana's throwing a binding at you if you're not careful, right?
Right.
So yeah, same concept, right? Is you want to kill them, you should think, what's the new habit now?
Right.
What do you think? Every time you
Oh,
want
oh,
to kill them, or every
Well,
time you want to
they-
fight.
Recognize that they also want to kill me. So.
Yeah, yeah. Predict their most important ability, right?
Right.
And then once you can do that on screen, definitely the next step is off screen. Like the Kali is literally on the way, right?
Right.
That one's
right.
harder. That one's a lot harder though, of course, right? Because you just can't see them, right? But that would be the next step, right? Because for champions like Zac or people are like Rengar or Zed or people complain about assassins, it's the same thing, right? They're off screen. You try and do something, they show up and one shot you, right?
Right. Right.
So it'll be the exact same idea, So I think it's like this is a combination of like map awareness ideas and also just like you could say like awareness in terms of do you know what their champions are gonna do next, right?
Yeah.
So okay, let's take a look at this. Akali no ulti now, so we just kill her, right? Okay, good. That Storm Razor slows OP. Oh no, she's running. Oh, the snipe! Wow, she did not know that was coming, huh?
I guess not.
Interesting.
She was paying attention to get out.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. This is a classic, right? You actually die here if Zac didn't show. So oh shit, you see that, right? We're like
Right.
trying to hit, and then this Zac is like right here. You're like,
Right.
oh shit, and you're like trying to run, but thank God he's not aiming you for some reason. Yeah, it's gonna be the same concept every time. So every time you want to kill them, every time they show up on the screen, or every time you're fighting, I want you to look at champions that can kill you, right? Or
Got
what abilities do they need to hit to kill you? I guess is a good way to put it. Like she has this stun, obviously, right? So it's like really obvious when they're just waiting for it, right?
Right.
And then when it's not obvious, we still have to do it. So
Yep.
and then we ulti in, and it's like, okay, where's the Morgana binding? And it's like, oh, I guess it doesn't matter because they all die, right? Okay, good. So mechanical prediction is gonna be a main thing to look at, I think. Okay, let me see if I have more examples of this because I think this is definitely an idea that will help a lot. Let me see. How about this? I guess this is one. I mean, this is playing Kaisa, right? Okay. What can Thresh do that you need to read?
I can Q and flay.
Okay, and which one are we bothered by most?
It kind of depends how you think about it, but probably the Q.
Yeah, definitely not Flay here, I'm pretty sure, right? So, how do we beat it?
I mean, you can flash if you're
Yeah,
going for the all-in. I would just flash it, I guess.
yeah, we can just flash it, right? You can try and debate it, you can try to use E, but as long
it
as you're
depends on.
aware of it, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it depends on like what you. Yeah. Because you could wait to flash it till you know it's gonna hit you too. Like that's kind of.
Yeah, you can do that too if you have enough ping. If you have low enough ping, you can go for it, right? So yeah, it's just you're just gonna hook, right? Easiest read of your life. So this whole like we kill Tristana thing, brainless, right? Hopefully for you and me, we just
Right.
we play this champion so often that we shouldn't have to think about it, right? So I'm
Right.
just like literally flash auto attack, right? And it's not like flash auto attack to attack. It's flash the hook and then we just resume killing Tristana. People think
Gotcha.
it's like a combo where you like need a flash auto to kill him or something, but we're just flashing to dodge the hook, of course, right? And then there's like I don't know, there's like okay, one more in this fight. This is a good example in team fights. This is what you're building up to, right? Is when you see a champion, you need to know how are they gonna kill you, right? So like Silas is gonna try and E on you, right, or E flash or some crazy stuff, right?
Right.
There's actually hard griefing here. Sure. See the Nico root, right?
Yep.
Rengar's walking up. Oh, aimed the bar, thank God. We trolled, right? Got hit by the snare. Seems like there's nothing left, right? See how that works though?
Yeah. Yep.
Where Nico is going for his flash root. So me, I'm just all I do is right click someone. So all I have to do is watch Nico. And it's like, oh, she's like flash shooting. This is not like reaction time based. It's like, sure, some of it is reaction time based because you do have to flash the skill shot. But it's not like I see a random skill shot and I flash. That could have been a Q, right?
Right. You're not still dealing with the surprise that Nico's in the game. Like,
Yeah. It's not as yeah, exactly. We're not dealing with the surprise. That's a really good way to put it, right? Dealing with the surprise is like it's impossible, right? Like let's say for
Right.
example, you don't know Malphite's in here and you stand here. Impossible to flash the ulti. But let's say you know he's in here and you walk up. You know that there's actually a chance you can flash ulti out of bush, right?
Right.
And the only difference is you knowing whether or not he's there, right? You still can't see him, but if you know he's there, it's a big difference, right? So that's basically the name of the game, I think, in these fights. So
Gotcha.
do you know as you're attacking what they're gonna do, right?
Right.
That's awkward. Here's the Aurelia stun, by the way. Oh, you need to ulti it. Okay, he didn't even aim you. What the hell? But you see how that works? Where I'm thinking something completely different than you, right?
Right.
You're like,
Yep.
you're trying to kill the Aurelia, but I'm just like, the Aurelia's already dead. You just need to make sure we don't get hit by the stun, right? So, and it's like, I don't know, you can use E to dodge it, you can use ulti to dodge it. I probably would try to use ulti to dodge it to be safe. Or you could use movement to dodge it too, but you do want to try and dodge it. Who is he aiming? Like, what the hell? Who is he aiming here? Is he aiming counter or something? I don't understand. Dude, he's not aiming anyone. Check it out. Check this out. It's a 25 speed. Aiming center or something. Did you see that? Griefing. Okay, check it out. Alright, she threw out her E, and she threw out her E, and she did this. She's trying to hit Senna. So I don't know. I guess she lost track of you. I don't know. That didn't really make any sense. But okay. You're trying to hit someone, I guess. Oh my God, Senna got shit on. Nice. Hey, how's Jin? What do you think? Have you been seeing a lot of Jins in your games?
Decent amount. I'm not as troubled by him. I just, I make those mistakes with the Q and the force shot, but overall, like I feel pretty understanding of him.
This is pretty funny. Check
It's
this
not
out. Check this out. It's not like he's insane, I guess.
Well, it's not like Draven to me where I'm like, I don't have an answer here. I just.
Is this the classic or what? What do you think?
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to hit the Akali and you get hit by a random binding. So it's like more like as you're fighting, who do you pay attention to? The guys with the CC, right? The guys with the attack, right?
And like the direction I'm running too, it's like it's impossible to miss.
Yeah, impossible to miss. Yeah, exactly. So naturally, it just becomes impossible to miss. And check it out. You got hit by a bind. What did they all do?
I'm guessing they're like, hey, dead ADC.
Yeah, and then what's going on? Fiddle's right here, right? So you see how they all turned around? Look at that. Check it out. Let me show you. Let me show you slow mo. This is really. Despite it's just interesting because it's like, I guess psychology in a sense. Look at this. They all turned around at the same time, right?
Right.
So they all got hit by Fiddle. It's the same concept in reverse, right? Where you get hit, but you're not in any danger because your teammates straight up ulting it, no problem.
Right.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I want to see more fighting. But basically, that's the PvP in a nutshell. Can you predict what the enemy is going to do before they do it? Right? And at this elo, they're not going to do anything spicy. There's no flash play. They're just okay. Sometimes there'll be a flash play. We can't say there's no flash play, but it's just she's just throwing a bind in your general direction, right?
Right.
Or Zach is literally just jumping on top of you, or Aurelia is throwing a stun right on top of you, right? All this is pretty standard. Nothing too crazy. So. Okay, let's keep going. All right, these team fights are exactly what we want to see. All right, Akali's missing, right? You see how like for me that's like the first thing we're looking for. Off screen first and then on screen, I guess. But Akali's down where the Raptors is. So yeah, instant a fight breaks out. A really good way to think is not how you can attack if you're already good at attacking, but rather how are they attacking, and then you can focus on attacking once you're sure that no one can stop you. So yeah, we don't have to do anything crazy here. It's really good positioning. They're just inting, right?
Yeah.
And fat ulti in somewhere. Akali still has ulti, by the way, if we didn't see it, right? So if you ulti in and then she ults you, don't be surprised. I've done that one before. That's how I know. Okay, nice. She dived before she could do anything. All right, now nice. You guys won the game. Good. That was good. Okay. What's another one you want to see?
Maybe the Kaisa Nami. I'm trying to think of and then yeah.
Okay. For the laning stuff, there are just two main things, right? What were they?
Well, pay attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then thinking about if I'm pushed up, basically there's nothing to be doing, or my wave. I just cleared the wave. Go do something else real quick, like ward or roam or. Sneak in a bush.
Every time you push, do we know what we're trying to do under tower, right? That's a good one.
Right.
I think you got red buff because you accidentally took it. What the hell?
I did.
Unfortunate.
I the fifth shot does a lot. And it was my bad. I
passive hit?
Yeah.
Unlucky sometimes. Okay. And then here we can go ward, right? After we push, sure. Someone warded. Okay, good. Okay, let's take a look. Here, just kill Varus here, right? They're just griefing. We can talk about this. This is a good concept to talk about. What do you think?
I should have swapped to Varus immediately, I think.
Yeah, how do we know?
Well, because it's I just learned this recently, I guess. But if they're all inning your support, you should just start all-inning the ADC because you have no chance of catching up on them damaging your Nami.
Nice.
Versus...
well, it's not less about damaging Nami. It's more like, let's say they kill Nami, but you kill their ADC. Who's winning?
Me.
Yeah, exactly. So that's basically the idea. Is you're winning if you kill their carry, and they have to kill your support and get away with it, right?
Right.
So let me show you. A pretty spicy one. Here we go. This is Cody-san and Joey, I think. So check this out. Fucking classic, right? Who's the first guy who did I aim here this whole time?
Varus, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just fucking hitting. It's like I'm pretending to hit the Tom Kench, right? Or you can say you're actually hitting the Tom Kench, but I'm looking at the Varus here. And how come we don't have to worry about them going on me?
Because they're focused on Morgana.
Exactly. They're already committing abilities on Morgana, right? So he used the Q on Morgana. Oh, they literally can't go on you, right? So all we have to do is just focus on who are we killing here? Yeah, we kill the ADC, right? So kill the ADC is pretty free, and they have no heal because he took TP. So and then you can I don't know, you can kill this guy after or something. But that's the idea, right? Is we just aim the ADC in these fights, and then take a look at this. I mean, this is you can reproduce this if you do something like this, right? How do we make them focus your support?
I'll just leave him alone in lane, but
Yeah, you just hide, right? Pretend your support's alone. And then you just focus the ADC. Same thing. Same thing. Exactly the same thing, right? Except this time we orchestrated it, right? We're just like, and go bait, and then they're just dying here. So same concept, all right? Whenever your support's getting focused, ask yourself, can I hit the ADC?
right.
It's not go immediately hit the ADC because that's inting, right? It's more like look to see it. And here we know you can kill him because 2 auto attacks, W flash, auto Q, right? Is kill. So that's how we know. So yeah. But then it's like, oh, we were hitting Nautilus this whole time. This feels bad, man, right? I can't believe they actually killed him. Let me watch this. Oh, 20 extra damage. Overkilled by 20. You know how he could have survived?
Huh.
How could he have survived?
Oh, let's see. You're talking about Nautilus?
Yeah.
He could have killed a minion, I think. Would have been one thing.
Check it out. What is this? He's got something sitting in his inventory here.
Oh, I see.
I could have just started chugging immediately, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
I noticed that the same thing. I made the same mistake actually. I started chugging it when I was running from Varus, but I should have been chugging it during the extended fight.
Biscuits. Do you know how biscuits work in terms of getting health back?
I forget. I thought it was some upfront and then like
No.
overtime.
It's based off missing health. So
Okay.
if you chug it now, you get 0 HP, right?
Oh, I see. Got it.
Yeah. So biscuits only work at the last second. Like here, biscuits work really well. Right?
Gotcha. So this
You
is
could
maybe
bait
a
him.
good time to. That was
Perfect. Yeah. So you did chug biscuits, right? So you
Got
see how like I saved you.
Right
there.
I see. I did it right, I guess.
Yeah, you did it. Let me see the exact number here. So you were at 104. He would have killed you because he's doing 66 each. So you're at 104. That's 122 damage. Right? You would have died if you didn't check the biscuit, right?
Gotcha.
So that was really good. Check the biscuit at the last second is a really good trick. That was really good because you actually would have died, right? So good trick. Good trick. Good trick. But yeah, definitely. If fight breaks out, you want to look to focus the ADC, right?
Right.
Oh, same thing here, except you definitely can't hit Varus here, right? So you need to run. Your support just insta died. Good champion, Nautilus, huh?
Yeah. I've banned him like on almost all of my
That champ is
recent
fucking
games.
insane. You know, Nocturne is also super insane right now.
Yeah, Nocturne's crazy, but like thing I don't like about Nautilus, it's like he ults you and it's like, okay, I can't QSS this, I can't flash this. Like it's just...
Oh, you can QSS it, right?
Wait, really? What happens? Is it like Fizz where it drops it, or?
No, you have to QSS and then well, Fizz, you can't even drop Fizz's ulti anymore, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You have to use movement ability after QSS. So.
Gotcha.
Oh, this is bullshit. This thing he's doing here. This thing. Have you seen Nautilus players do this? It's actually super spicy. You can like do this bug thing where you make your model do that, and then if you look, it makes it really hard to watch the hook.
Oh right.
Look at that. It's like fucking surfing, right? So yeah, that's a really spicy one. I need to learn how to do that. Well, actually, I don't play Nautilus, but yeah, it's hard to figure out when he's gonna hook when he's doing that. It's kind of troll. Same thing with the Zac running in the midair animation. So far, this laning phase is pretty tame, right?
Yep.
No ganks or anything like that. Oh, Varus ulti, Monka S. You almost died, by the way. How do you die here? Right there.
Well, Varus ult, and then would have been into a Nautilus ult, and then probably a hook, and then yeah.
Exactly. So you see it. What are you trying to do here? You're like walking up to see if maybe you can do something on the bubble, right?
Yep.
But first instinct, that's a good first instinct, but now you want to add something on top of it, right? You want to do something off the bubble. Okay, Varus is gonna ulti, right?
What if I in this case I think that if I'm waiting for him to ulti and I'm planning on ulting.
To where?
To the side.
Everything's doomed, right? You get Nautilus ultied into hooked, right?
Guess,
that's good. That's good. That's a good thought, because like you're waiting for his ulti and then you plan out. But that's the thing, you gotta go deeper, because you know how like at a first glance maybe that's a solution, but you saw how I was like instantly there's no way, because I've tried that before, right?
Gotcha.
So it's like, oh, you're trying to ulti a dodger's ulti. Okay, how do you stop the Nautilus ult into hook, right? It's like, oh, you can't, so you auto loss, right? So
right.
And then you say you have flash, you still can't stop Nautilus ult into hook, right? Because the ulti will follow you, right? So that's how we know it's impossible.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good to think like that. You just want to play it as deep as possible, right?
Gotcha.
He does this, you do this. He does this, you do this, and you realize you can't win, right?
Got it.
But you can't be like, Well, you could be like, he does this, I do this, and then you die. That's like a learning lesson. Now you're like, oh, okay. Not only do you have to figure out what the ADC is doing, but also the support, right?
Right.
So yeah. That could be a good way to figure things out too. That's how I figure things out, right? I was like, oh, I just flashed this, and then I got hit by something else, and I was like, oh, okay. For every attack, you need a solution.
I
So
have to
like,
dodge 2 things?
yeah, exactly. Like in the team fights we were talking about, you know how there's like Morgana bind and a Aurelia stun, and you
Right.
have a flash and an ulti. Okay, you have flash for one of them, ulti for the other, right? And sometimes you can double dip if they fuck up, and then you use ulti for both of them. But if you go in with only flash and you flash the binding, you're just gonna get hit by the stun by the Aurelia, right? So
Got it.
you need a solution for every problem, I guess. Is a good way to put it. Whatever your solution is, you just need something, right? You can heal to dodge something, you can E, you can ulti, whatever it is, you just need to come up with something, right? Otherwise, of course, you're just gonna auto lose. So, okay, let's keep going. I want to see some PvP stuff, but I think most of what I think you need to work on, we've covered, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. Sure. He's getting away. You need a flash, but you need to take the blast cone back too. It's taking too long. Oh, it's doomed. Oh, maybe it's not doomed. Maokai is soloing Varus. Back it up. He actually soloed the Varus. Let me watch this. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, what do you think?
Well, it sounds like I chased too hard.
I mean, we can
But
talk about this. So we saw Nocturne top, which is why this is happening, right?
yep.
Okay, let's talk about like Kai'Sa specific things real quick, because I think it'll help. Um, yeah. How do we do what's it called? How do we kill people as Kai'Sa?
Well, get on them. WQ and
Okay,
auto.
so is there anything wrong with this here? What do you think?
I don't know. I wish it would have been nice to have vision of that bush, but
Wait, what rune does Nautilus have?
I'm not sure actually.
Wait, you play against supports, don't they like fuck you up with this shit for a whole season?
Maybe this is part of the problem here.
Okay. Here's the hint. Let me just pause. Okay. Boom. He auto attacked, and he got it. What is this?
Is that aftershock?
That's aftershock, right?
Okay.
What does aftershock do?
I feel like it makes them tankier when they
Yeah,
immobilize
it
the champion.
does. It does
Okay,
make him tankier. It does damage, right? So, what's going on with your damage here?
I see. It's all.
You dumped it into aftershock, right? So
Gotcha.
yeah. You can wait it out. You can just wait it out, no problem, right? And as you're
Gotcha.
waiting out, you can even look at Varus, because when Varus sees that we're attacking his Nautilus, what does he do?
He goes to help.
Okay, what does Nami do?
I'm hoping she turns to Varus, but I'm not sure actually.
Watch. What does Nami do? It's the most obvious thing in the world, right?
Ults Varus.
Okay, so is that a free kill on Varus or what? Because ulti gives us a kill, right?
Right.
So you don't have to ulti immediately when you're playing Kai'Sa. You can just walk up. I think walking up is really good. You can get even more value when they troll, right? You give them
Gotcha.
more opportunities to hang themselves, I guess. So
Right.
that's something you can do, is hold on to W, hold on to ulti. But there it's like, really make sure you're not dumping stuff into aftershock just in case, right? If you have a choice, it's always better to wait. So
Got it. That makes sense.
yeah.
I definitely should pay attention to that. That's one of those things I kind of didn't give enough credit, I don't think.
Right. Because earlier when they're going on your Nami and you're hitting Nautilus, that's also aftershock, right? If you proc the passive too fast, right? Or if you aftershocked it, it's doomed. Oh, you just die here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Same thing, right? What do you think?
I should have watched the minion go down for one.
Yeah. Do you know what Nautilus is waiting for? Yeah, exactly. You're trying to hit him. You're like trying to like hit a minion or hit him while he's last hitting, but his Nautilus is just hooking you, right? So
Right.
if there's PvP problems, I think this is the idea, right? They have something they're aiming you with. Are you ready to not get hit by it, right? Let me show you another one. Because this one was pretty recent too, I think. Let me see. Where is it? Is this it? Let me see. Okay, this is it. Why is this? Okay. Here we go. Take a look at this. Sure. I mean, even in this like half second, what am I trying to dodge here? What do you think?
Oh, the charm.
The charm, right? So how do I do it? I'm just running the Bard. Yo, take it from me. Right? Don't let me get hit, right? Okay. And then we just kill people here. Sure. Okay. How do we kill someone here?
Trap.
Okay, agreed. Easy. Super brainless for us, right? How do we not die here? What's killing us here?
Brand stun.
Brand stun, right? So
Yep.
what's our solution here?
I guess flash it if you have to.
Yeah. No, we definitely have to, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I
we're
mean,
standing
flash
still.
I guess that's true. I assume this is diamond, so I assume he's going to hit his thing if you
No,
don't.
he's,
Kind of
he's, he's, he's always hitting it. There's no way,
Yeah.
right?
Got it.
I'm fucking standing still, right? So we have to flash it, right? So that's it, essentially, in a nutshell. Let's say you don't have flash. What do you do?
You don't go for it.
You can't go for it, right? You could try anyways and look like a dumbass while you're dying, but you know, you probably shouldn't go for it because if you have no solution, you shouldn't go for it. Is the idea, right?
Right.
So
Yep.
maybe if you have a net and you're like, oh, I'm gonna net sideways or something, okay, go for it, try it. But if you have literally no way to dodge it, he's just killing you, right? So that's the idea, all right? The attack should be brainless for us. When we play our champion over and over again, we shouldn't have to think about it too much, right?
Gotcha.
And then it's this part. The brand is stunning you with the most obvious thing in the world. That's the part you need to solve for, right? And that'll help a lot, I think, because it's causing a bunch of random problems, I think, like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Or like, remember the last time? It's the exact same level, by the way. I think like right after level 6, second half of laning phase, Jin Q took away all your health, so you lost tower, right? That's a classic, right? Where you get caught unawares, so then you lose advantage somehow, right? So I think that would be the main PvP thing to look at. Everything else is probably map awareness idea, right? Yeah,
Got
let's
it.
finish up this replay. But do you have any questions as we're going through this? Any last questions as we're finishing this up?
I would say there's one fight in here. The end fight. We lost this game.
Oh
And-
no.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if
And
there's
I-
any other stuff we didn't cover.
And I feel like I was ahead enough. Like I don't know, maybe the team wasn't and whatnot, but like I just like what should have been going through my head.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'll be interesting because now that we've talked about a bunch of team fighting stuff, you should be able to see if there are any recurring patterns in that last team fight, right?
Right.
Probably
That's
gonna be
very
some recurring patterns, because that's how that's the beauty of habits is that you literally play the same way. You can tell it's the same player if you take off all the nameplates, right?
Gotcha.
Based on like mouse clicks and what they do and how they react. So it's really interesting. Really interesting. Okay, let's keep going. Why is this taking forever to load? Nani? Okay. Okay, here's a fight here. Okay, this is what I want to see. I want to see all the fights. Okay, here we go. If you W'd his aftershock, same thing, right?
Right. Yep.
Oh my, you guys are starting it. You don't have a team here. Oh, you just W'd to start. Okay. Okay, nice. And then he's out. You guys need to run. Maybe Nocturne all the ints in. Oh, he ints in. Nice. Uh-oh. Hold up. We can talk about this. What do you think?
Let's see.
This is definitely one of those things where it's like
I've tried to break the tether. I didn't.
you didn't have a solution ready. Right?
Right.
You just panic using everything, right?
Right.
So it's like, oh, Nocturne ults you. What do you do? What do you think?
I guess I could. He's going to tether me, so I guess I could auto alt flash.
Yeah, auto ult flash. I was thinking auto E flash, right? I think that's the standard for Nocturne. But
Okay, got it.
yeah, but you wanna prepare something, right? You see how you're like kind of panicking, where you like ultied and then you flash and then you ultied, but of course your ulti range is still his fear range, right? Versus
If
ulti and then
anything, I ulted
flash.
back in. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, yeah, that's how we know that this is probably a main thing to look at because it's affecting a lot of different fights, I think, or it's affecting
Right.
kind of almost all fights where if you don't know what they're gonna do, it's really hard to play the game, right?
Right.
But I can't believe you got away. What the hell? That's crazy. I guess it was so inting that you got away.
Yeah, right. It's too deep.
You died here, by the way. How'd you die here? Check it out. I'm trying to hit this Garen. Who kills us here?
I'm at. I mean, Garen. Well, actually, I'm not sure.
Oh, you didn't see,
Uh,
right? The
I'm not
Syndra
sure.
already. The Syndra is right there.
Huh.
Yeah. So she's ulting you. You see how like look she like stunned the whoever this is, right? And then she's like queuing you, right? She's
Right.
like actually throwing a Q on your face here. So that's a W into ulti. I don't know why she didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why she didn't. But interesting, right? But also it's all the same, right? Like you see how like the Ori went off. So what's the first thing you did?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh,
after that you saw the Ori go off, Ori ulti go off, you like
I
went
W'd.
into attack, right?
Yep.
And then there's a Varus ult right in our face. So it's like, wait a minute. You see how like, oh, we actually died to it. Oh yes, it's the same thing, right? Is it not the
Right.
same thing? So it's more like, look at the things you're doing for attack. Okay, let's watch this. You're like hit the Garen, right? Sure, hit the Garen a few times, didn't really do too much. Sure, threw a W. So in terms of contributions, how much did we contribute?
I'd say not very much.
I would say nothing, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we just need to wait. So that's how you know that like you're trying too hard to contribute, and to the point where we're getting caught by everything, right?
Gotcha.
So you just need to make sure you can't get dunzoed, and then you can hope, essentially, right? So like let's say for example, imagine we're at this point of the fight, but you still have everything up.
Okay.
That's this Orianna right here. Watch
Yep.
what she's doing to Varus, right? Or let's say they see this Maokai with low health, and you're hiding in this bush. Of course they're gonna go on Maokai, right? And then you come
Right.
out, kill Nocturne or kill Garen or whatever, right? But if we're getting caught in the middle of just a bunch of random stuff, like this is just like a Varus ulti that went on Teemo, right? And then
Right.
since we were eating in to like help, we were like, oh shit, we're too close to the Varus ulti, and you try and get on, and of course you get stuck by it, right? So
Right.
that's kind of what you should be looking out for, I think, in these fights, right? So let's fast forward to the last fight, I guess. But I think we will actually watch all the fights where you die, I think. The fights where you do well, I think you're doing well. You don't really need any help there, right? Oh, is this the same thing? What do you think? Same thing, not the same thing.
I guess it depends on what my objective was there, but yeah, probably the same thing. Cause she
I
was dead
mean,
with or
she's dead
without me.
yeah, she's dead no matter
Yeah.
what, right? So we don't have to do
Yeah.
anything here. But since
Yeah.
this is the thing we talked about, where like you see a kill, everyone loses their minds, right? And then
Right.
we forget about everything else. So especially on kills, that's the time to be most careful of, right? Also, I just
Right.
realized Kai'Sa's the IG skin, that's an eye.
Huh.
I didn't even realize until just now. What the fuck? Okay, interesting. Okay. Let's fast forward. Wow, all these fights are we're dying somehow. Okay, this is a Nocturne ult. Oh, Syndra, Nocturne, Verisol, right? It's all the same thing. I promise you, it's all the same thing. So
Gotcha.
here you're like trying to hit the Garen, Syndra's right behind you, right? Of course you're gonna die. So you're just Dunzo here. It's not like you can't flash it or anything. It's more like you just don't know it's there, right?
Yeah.
So
And also, what on earth was that flash? I suppose.
yeah. You're like panicking and then Nocturne ults
Yeah.
you. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically the idea. Okay, in a nutshell, is are you ready for how they are going to attack you when you want to attack, right?
Gotcha.
And in these cases, it's really hard for you to go first because Nocturne is always going to ult you, right? So you really have to be patient, especially in these games. That's why people are like, "Oh, assassins are so hard to deal with." This guy's trolling, right? You can what? You actually just one-shot him. What the fuck? That's disgusting. Let me watch this again. What the hell? Did you even proc passive? I don't think you even proc passive.
I think it was a passive. Actually.
I think he died. He died to Q. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Alright, good champion. Holy. Okay, let's fast forward. Okay, last fight you said. We are 6 items, right? We should be able to 1v9. Easy. 6 items, Zanya's, and both Sumzon. If this is your time to highlight play, this is it, right?
This is not what happens.
We got hit by the Saber stun. Feels bad, man. You see how that works? You're like hitting the Garen, and then we realize too late. No, you lost so much health already. One shot Syndra, right? Ulti in. Oh, I was gonna say you could ulti in, Q auto attack stopwatch, right? But we couldn't find it. Oh no, it's disaster. No,
Yeah.
don't E in here. You're crazy. Nocturne Styles ulti. No, you just died to
Yeah.
Syndra ulti.
Yep.
Same thing, right? You want to kill
Yep.
the Nautilus, and then Syndra just ulti you, right? I mean, it could have been Syndra ult, could have been Varus ult, could have been Nocturne ult, but if you're too focused on the kill, you're always gonna lose. I promise you. So,
Gotcha. So this one was maybe more of a like a patience thing. Like despite being like fed and I guess this is what happens, and it's not a matter of like, oh, I need to carry my team. I don't feel that way at all. It's just a matter of like, oh man, I have a lot of the kills. I need to participate heavily, or it's a problem. And so I feel like that sometimes is the dynamic in my brain that like causes me to like
you
over.
need to help, right? So here's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
The way you help is specific, right? So let's say, for example, there are many ways for Kai'Sa to help. For example, you can assassinate backline, right? Or hit the front line until you can assassinate backline, or just hit the front line, right?
Right.
These are all viable options. So it's like, it's not like you shouldn't feel pressured. You have to help. It's more like, can I help? Is the question, right? So you can come up with any amount of solution. You can auto attack, W flash, Q auto attack Zhonya's, kill the Syndra, anything like that, and then ulti into the Varus. You can come up with all these different solutions. But right now, I think it's like we're like you said, there's that mentality that you need to do something, and for most people, that something is just rushing in to hit the closest guy for ADCs, right?
Yeah.
So it should be like, that's kind of how you get yourself killed, right? In that sense, it's like the way you help is not gonna be always just walking up hitting the closest guy, right?
And then for some reason I felt I was safe here, so I flashed her Q stun.
Yeah, it's because you didn't know she's ulting, right? So
Yeah, and then,
that's basically it, right? I mean, there's also, like we said, there's also Nocturne ult and Varus ult, right? So
Right.
I don't know if you noticed, but Varus is coming from mid. So can you ulti his ult from Fog of War, right?
Doubtful.
Yeah, doubtful, right? So that's like, oh shit, oh shit. I don't know about this one. Like, I don't know about this one going in here, right? So yeah, probably best to bide your time until it's clean. That's what you're looking for, right?
Gotcha.
You want your play to be crystal clean. You want to make everything accounted for, and then you can go in, no problem. So
I guess last question on that team fight.
yeah.
Just looking at it in general, is that a fight that like should we have been involved there?
Yeah, you probably want to kite it out, right? Unless you have some insane play here. So
got it. Because it looked like I do struggle and I'll find more replays in the future for other stuff, but like I struggle in these jungle situations because there's like a billion directions that they're all trying to kill me at this point, and so I'm like it's just stepping into the jungle like it feels dangerous, and so I need to figure out
when in doubt, you just wait it out, right?
I see.
You see, like everyone's using all their abilities, so the more they use stuff, like the more Syndra's gonna be tempted to ulti something, right?
Gotcha.
Or Varus is gonna be tempted to ulti something. I mean, look at it from your perspective. Like the longer this fight happened, the more antsy you got because you felt like you needed the help.
Well,
right?
yeah, I see my teammates dying in my eyes.
Exactly.
If they're not.
yeah, exactly. So it's like that's the same. This is the exact same thing they're feeling. They're like, oh shit, and then whoever cracks on the pressure first is gonna lose, right?
Gotcha.
So it just so happens that we're the ones who frequently goes in first, right?
Got it.
And then because of that, we get caught by something random. So, that's the main idea, right? Because look at this. Varus is doing the same similar things, right? In terms of he feels like he needs the help, like he's just hitting his Maokai. He has no idea this Ori is here, right? It just so happens that Ori's aiming Syndra couldn't break the Varus Banshees. So yeah, same thing, right? And then he's actually living. No, feels bad, man. But yeah, I think that's the main idea to look at for your PvP stuff. If there's non-PvP stuff, what do you think you need to work on?
Non-PvP stuff. You mean so that doesn't include like basically things like focusing on what to do when I'm not doing anything? Because there's
that's that. Yeah, that basically that's
got it.
The map awareness thing, right? That's probably the other main thing to look at. So I'll say like, what's a good trigger to remember their abilities? You can say like when you see them, that's a good one to start with, right? You can start with that, and then even like champions you can't see, you can do that too, right? Once you can do what you can see, I think it's but for now I think what you can see is going to be important. Like obviously here it's going to be that's the Nami bubble, Nami ulti, and Misfortune ulti, right? And every time you want minion, she's gonna Q bounce, something like that, right? So you see
Gotcha.
how it's so we're literally playing around what they can do, and then what
Yep.
we can do off that, right? So like, oh, okay, you can just bait her into Q bouncing me, and then Leona's gonna go in because she's trying to Q bounce. See how that works, right?
Right.
It's like
Right.
kind of back and forth in that sense. But I think that's the main thing to look at. Like in this game, it's like, oh, if you got hit by a Malphite support ulti, a Warwick ulti, or Syndra stun, it feels bad, right?
Yeah. For sure.
Same concept, same concept. I think for the map awareness stuff, that game, I mean, you didn't have any problems that game, so maybe it's not like a every game thing. Maybe it's a Zac specific thing, but just to like start working on it, you could say like like you said, if there's nothing going on. I used to do that one, but I think it was inconsistent, so I switched to every time I like cleared waves under tower, right? So
Gotcha.
just find a trigger. That's the hard part. So like finding the habit's easy. Oh, look at the map more, right? Or remember what abilities they're gonna use, right? But the hard part is how do we remember it in game? So if you're ever
Right.
struggling with that, find the strongest trigger possible. So
Gotcha.
for you and me, it's gonna be when you can kill someone. That's the strongest trigger possible because you're gonna want to go in no matter what. You're gonna want to ulti in. You're gonna want to E in. You're gonna want to walk up. You're gonna do everything you can to get the kill. So that would be a good time to insert a new habit. Like you want to kill this guy super bad. Is there anything that can stop you, right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Or like for map awareness ones, you want to push this wave really bad. All right, they're all ganking you, right? I think I did see that in this game. I didn't mention it, but let me show you real quick. It happened in the mid game, and Nami died for your sins. Let me see. Let me see. Shit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So when you guys started going, here we go. Nami died for your sins, right here. So this is one of those where you want to push a wave, look at side lane priority, and then since they're pushing in, they're gonna roam first, right? So they're all ganking you. So if you watch this, Nami died for your sins, right?
Right.
I didn't really mention this, but this is the thing I was talking about. Because here's the reason why I was like, when nothing is going on isn't very strong is because there's something going on here, right?
Right.
You guys are like trying to hit them on the tower or something. So I would say every time you want to push is the time to look at it, right? Every time you want to
Right.
push, right here. If you want to look to see who's pushing in the side lanes. So they're gonna roam first. So that's how you know you guys are dying. No way you can win. Impossible. So you guys trying to do something on the tower, doomed, right? I don't even have to watch. And someone's dying here. Since it's not you, it's not me, right?
Gotcha.
But someone's dying here. Goodbye, Nami. But yeah, that's the other thing I would say to work on, right? Map awareness stuff. So
Got it. Makes sense.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Any last questions before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's it for now. I'll kind of think about those
Awesome.
things and try to focus on those for the future replays and stuff too.
Good, good, good. If you do have questions, definitely send it my way. You got clips. I want to see you clip some like sick outplay where you know they're throwing skill shots at you and you dodging it, right? I want to see some of those, right? So you got those, send it my way.
All right.
Otherwise, let me know how the game's going, yeah? And if you do
Yeah.
have questions, hit me up. So
Will do. Awesome. Thanks, man.
No problem, no problem. Good luck in your games. I think you do really well. Definitely keep playing Kaisa. This is a good champion for you, I think. So
Okay. Is out of curiosity, when Kai'Sa's banned, do you have a recommendation? Or sorry, when Kai'Sa's played, let's say ignore banned for now. When Kai'Sa's
Mhm.
played on the enemy team, who should I play under it? Assuming I can't play Draven or Xayah, really. I should learn Xayah, but what's the other champion?
Jinx is pretty good.
Okay.
If the lane's okay, right?
Yeah,
Jinx
ignore
is
that. Yeah, she's pretty consistent for me.
it's really
actually.
like what you like playing, honestly. But you
Gotcha.
you can honestly pick whatever you want into Kaisa. Just make sure that later in the game, while you're team fighting, what's gonna happen? She's gonna ulti you, right? So you gotta remember that's another thing to add to the list. That's why this champion is so goddamn annoying, is because she always has ulti pressure on backline. So
Right.
yeah.
That makes sense. Cool.
Alrighty. Then yeah, good luck in your games. Let me know how they're going.
All right, and then I'll hit you up sometime after Thanksgiving because obviously I'm gonna be gone for a little while. But yeah,
Sounds good.
sweet.
Alright, man.
All right, later, man.
Have a good one.
You too.